Welcome back to Age of Mythology, or like Google Translate likes to call it,
History of the Time.
Because of course Age of Mythology is perfectly historically accurate. Now I know you guys would probably like some more choices. Or maybe you'd like to get intimate with the needle. Well, that's too bad, because we're just gonna be exploring the activities this game has to offer. We'll be playing the Good Deal mission of the Trident Crash campaign, because that's where I left off. And obviously we're gonna be playing on the stupid difficulty, because I'm here to entertain and not to show off my die-hard gamer skills. And that's definitely not an excuse to hide how bad I am at this. And so it starts. Blah 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 blah.
The famous Odysseus, surely.
Ah yes, the famous Odysseus. Your reputation is in front of you. Sorry, I don't see it. Ah, the great Agamemnon has a plan. This has to be good. Great even. The best plan that have ever existed. Arkantos will defeat you with your own army. Why does everyone always let me down? Mr. President! Shh! Quiet! Not everyone has to know my real identity. Find and collect the gold mine in Trojan. Ah yes, I'm sure these guys here are up for that task. These, what are they called? These hippies. Oh no, my hippies are being attacked by toxic archers. Let's see what's stronger, hippies or toxicity. Well, clearly hippies are superior. Alright, now we've claimed the gold mine, it's time for me to teach you some of the best strategies available in this game. As you can see in the top of the screen, we start off at the normal age, which is kinda lame if you ask me. So the first thing you do is start up Among Us and go to weapons. Now don't go to electrical because that'll get you killed. As soon as you arrive at weapons, you'll be able to advance to the next age. Here you're given a choice. You either go with Dionysus, who will greatly help your pilots, for example with natural disasters. Or you go with Apollo, who will give you sunlight, but he also tells you to go to hell. But since 2020 was already hellish enough, I'll take a hard pass on that one. Now we've arrived at the Age of Heroes, it's time for the next step of our ultimate strategy. It's time to build an army. But what kind of army? An army of hippies? Of toxic archers? No, that's what beginners would go for. Our army consists of raw, unbridled success. Now I know what you're thinking. This must be it. This must be the end of the video. Because how could anyone possibly beat an army that's literally made of success? There's nothing stronger than success, right? And that's where you're wrong. May I present to you the new and improved army consisting of heavy success. The enemy better have an army of massive failure, because otherwise they won't stand a chance. Too bad of that little side effect of massive failure. It sucks! And just like that, you annihilate the enemy's navy in just a few minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. Speaking of time, do you see that little tower over there? You're probably thinking, yeah, that's just one of the sentry towers that you can upgrade into watchtowers so they attack the enemy when he comes nearby. Yeah, that's what a beginner would say. Clearly those towers are clock towers, and they tell you all about the in-game time. But since we're in the Age of Heroes now, we can upgrade them to watches. Handy timepieces that you can put on your wrist. They're a bit large and heavy, but hey, luxury comes with a price. Hey look, it seems like it's time for battles on land. We obviously can't use our success strategy for this, so we'll need a different one. What I like to do is compile an army of only 2 units, hippies and mates. Clearly this will catch the enemy off guard. But to improve this strategy even further, it's a good idea to upgrade your hippies to in-between hippies. That way half the enemy troops will just be staring at the mates, and the other half will be stuck thinking, is that a hippie or something else? Of course, not every enemy will be that simple-minded. That's why you can also upgrade your hippies and mates even further into heavy hippies and heavy mates, so you can break their minds and body. Now, I'm quite an understanding person, so I get it if you have some doubts about my hippie and mate strategy. That's why you can get free samples. So did my hippie and mate strategy interest you? Try out a free sample hippie or sample mate. There's one thing you should know about hippies though. They have one teeny tiny weakness. They are vulnerable to one of the worst, most disgusting, despicable creatures of all. Children. They get stabbed by a child, they die. They get shot by a child, they die. A child speaks to them, they die. Now it's finally time to get the strategies off the table, because the table is closed. So let's get his wallet and pay the enemy a visit.